Welcome. Let's take a look at our top story this hour. After Balakot, all eyes are now on Bahawalpur, which houses the headquarters of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. Wion Wilders One has accessed the latest visuals of Masood Azhar's den in Bahawalpur. On your screens are the visuals of the sprawling compound housing the headquarters of terror. Ironically, this terror hub is now being guarded by Pakistan's police force. Armed policemen can be seen positioned right outside the enormous steel gates of the compound. Safeguarding terror may seem like an ironic situation, but it is now not new to Pakistan. Jaish-e-Mohammed is the same terror group that attacked a convoy of Indian security forces in Jammu and Kashmir's Pulwama area. The Jaish admitted to loading a vehicle with explosives and ramming it into a bus ferrying Indian CRPF personnel. 40 Indian paramilitary personnel died, and India and Pakistan almost came to the brink of war. Rising tensions between the nuclear-armed neighbours set off alarms across the world. But it is business as usual in Bahawalpur, where emotions run high in favour of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. The group wields significant influence over the locals, a fact that is evident from the manner in which they refer to the terror group.
वो इस्लाम फैलाना चाह रहे हैं, कोई दहशतगर्दी कोई कुछ नहीं। हमने उनके पीछे नमाज पढ़ी, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह खुदा को जान देनी ये गलत, बिल्कुल काम ये गलत है, कोई ऐसा काम नहीं है, बिल्कुल नहीं।
Pakistan has repeatedly claimed that it has cracked down on terror. The Imran Khan government says that it believes in zero tolerance to terrorism. In fact, Pakistan's counter-terrorism agency says that the government has outlawed 68 militant groups, including the Jaish-e-Mohammed. But this sight of a police cover for a United Nations designated terror group tells a different story altogether.
Various Pakistani government had promised to take action, but they have not done so. So problem is that it has come back to haunt Pakistan, not only because of it poses a great dangers to Pakistan's own national internal security, but also actually there's always a danger that they could use Pakistani soil to launch attack across the border.
The Pakistani government has taken control of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa headquarters. 2 days after banning the Jamaat-ud-Dawa and its charity wing, Falahi-e-Insaniyat Foundation, the Pakistani authorities have now sealed the Lahore headquarters of the two Hafiz Saeed-led outfits as part of an ongoing crackdown against terror groups in the country. Pakistan's Punjab Home Ministry has said that they have taken complete control of the banned JUD headquarters in the cities of Lahore and Murdik. Remember, just 2 days back, local authorities had taken control of mosques, seminaries and other institutions run by the JUD in Pakistan's capital, Islamabad. Meanwhile, the total of 121 members of banned groups have so far been taken into preventative detention across Pakistan. Now, after sealing the headquarters of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa in Lahore, Pakistan barred the Mumbai attacks mastermind Hafiz Saeed from delivering his weekly Friday address at the JUD headquarters. This is the first time in years that Saeed will not deliver the address, despite being present in Lahore. Saeed has never before been stopped from delivering the Friday address. The senior official said that Saeed's request to be allowed to speak at the mosque was rejected since the premises had been sealed. Hours later, Hafiz Saeed went into hiding. This is the first time he has skipped the Friday address, and Saeed has always been present despite such takeovers in Pakistan in the past by authorities. The world continues to stand with India in its fight against terror. In the latest, the US Foreign Ministry has said that Pakistan-based terror group Jaish-e-Mohammed is a threat to regional stability. During a press briefing, Deputy Spokesperson Robert Palladino was asked by reporters about the status of the listing of Jaish chief Masood Azhar, to which he said that the United States is working closely with the United Nations Sanctions Committee to ensure that the needful is done.
Our views on Masood Azhar and Jaish-e-Mohammed are well known. Jaish-e-Mohammed is a United Nations designated terrorist group. that has been responsible for numerous terrorist attacks and is a threat to regional stability. Masood Azhar is the founder and leader of GEM. As far as your specific question on United Nations Sanctions Committee deliberations, those are confidential, and as such, it's not something that I'm going to be able to comment on, specific matters in that regard, but we'll continue to work with the Sanctions Committee to ensure that the list is updated and that it's accurate.
Palladino said that the United States' stand remains unchanged and that Washington will continue to urge Islamabad to take action against terror and abide by the UNAC obligations to deny any safe haven to terror groups.
I would say that the United States notes these steps, and we continue to urge Pakistan to take sustained, irreversible action against terrorist groups that will prevent future attacks and that will promote regional stability. And we reiterate our call for Pakistan to abide by its United Nations Security Council obligations to deny terrorists safe haven and block their entry to funds. And I'll leave it at that.
In light of simmering tensions between India and Pakistan, China has said that the two neighbours should resolve their issues through dialogue. Beijing has asked both sides to exercise restraint. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi has said that China hopes that India and Pakistan can transform their crisis into opportunity. But it needs to be noted that at a time when the world is taking a stand against terror and standing by India in its fight against the menace, China has once again shied away from calling out Pakistan and asking Imran Khan's government to act against terror. But in a balancing act, the Chinese foreign minister praised India-China ties, saying that the trust between the two nations had deepened after Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 2018 meeting with Chinese Premier Xi Jinping in Wuhan. He appealed that India and China should rather be partners in progress.
The historic meeting between President Xi and Prime Minister Modi in Wuhan created a new model of high-level interactions between our two countries. It not just deepened the trust and friendship between our leaders, but also set the direction for our future relations. As two ancient civilizations with a combined population of 2.7 billion, two large developing countries and neighbors, China and India should be each other's partner in pursuing our respective dreams and each other's important opportunity for growing our respective economies. Collectively, we must make our due contribution to Asia's revitalization and prosperity.
A report by American daily The Washington Times about India's airstrike on the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror camps is making headlines. The report claims that India had given information to the Pakistani authorities on the location of the Jaish-e-Mohammed's training hubs within Pakistan before the Indian Air Force's Mirage fighter jets bombed a camp. The report, which quotes a high-level Indian official, says that Islamabad flat out ignored the information. The official, who as per the report spoke anonymously, said that Pakistan did nothing, calling the current situation a new norm of sorts. The official has been quoted as saying that New Delhi has proved that India can carry out counter-terrorism strikes deep within Pakistani territory. Remember, India continues to assert that the Jaish-e-Mohammed is tacitly supported by the Pakistani government, an allegation Islamabad vehemently denies. And breaking news coming in, the Indian Home Ministry has urged all states and union territories to ensure the safety and security of people belonging to Jammu and Kashmir. The Home Ministry tweeted, and I quote, "Ministry of Home Affairs, through an advisory issued today to the states and union territories, asked them to reinforce the existing arrangements to ensure safety and security of persons belonging to Jammu and Kashmir residing in their respective jurisdictions." Referring to its earlier advisory issued on the 16th of February in view of some students and residents of Jammu and Kashmir experiencing intimidation and harassment, The MHA has urged state UT police authorities to take strict action against offenders as per the law, unquote. Remember that this comes after Prime Minister Modi tweeted on the recent attack on Kashmiri vendor in Lucknow. Condemning the act, Prime Minister Modi had urged all states to ensure safety of Kashmiris in the state and taking action on those committing hate crimes against Kashmiris. Prime Minister Modi reiterated support to Kashmiris at a rally today in Kanpur.